Welcome to the fifth installment of our weekly Hot Prospects report, ranking the top minor league performances from the week of May 8th through 14th. Number 1, Matt McLain, shortstop, Reds, AAA Louisville. McLean had another bang-up week with 3 homers and 2 steals that earned him a promotion to Cincinnati by the week's end. The 23-year-old went 9 for 21, which combined with 7 walks made for a 600 OBP to go with a .952 slugging percentage. On the season, McLean has put up a scintillating triple slash of .348, .474, .710 with 12 homers and 10 steals in 38 games for Louisville. He will start out at shortstop for Cincinnati, but the 5'8" McLean is better suited for second base in the long term. With Jonathan India entrenched there in Cincinnati, McLean could wind up moving around a lot, possibly in a super utility role until the Reds decide on a long-term defensive alignment. With power, speed, and patience, McLean could be a force in fantasy as early as Number 2, Elly De La Cruz, shortstop, third base, Reds, AAA Louisville. Elly started the week by homering from both sides of the plate on Tuesday, finishing the game with 3 batted balls with exit velocities over 116 miles per hour, a feat that no entire team had accomplished in the StatCast era. On the week, De La Cruz was 7 for 20 with an eye-popping 10 walks, which made for a .581 OBP to go with a .900 slug. He chipped in 2 steals but was also caught twice, so he's just 4 for 9 on stolen base attempts for the season, a concerning development. The 21-year-old has been playing a lot of third base, but with McLean headed to the majors, De La Cruz should be able to focus on shortstop now. Elly is up to .958 OPS with 6 homers in 21 games for Louisville. He could eventually force his way to Cincinnati this season, but the Reds may be wanting to keep him under 130 at-bats so they can take a shot at being awarded a draft pick if Elly can win NL Rookie of the Year in 2024. Number 3, Colton Causer, outfield, Orioles, AAA Norfolk. Causer went 11 for 22 with 8 walks on the week, adding up to a .613 OBP to go with 2 homers and 2 steals. The 23-year-old is up to 1,044 OPS with 7 homers and 5 steals on the season. With Anthony Santander getting more ABs at DH and first base, there's a bit of an opening in the Baltimore outfield, so Causer could get the call any day now. Terrin Vavra is set to get the start in right field on Monday, but he's more of a utility man. Causer has struggled against lefties in the past, but this season he has 1,077 OPS versus southpaws, even better than his 1,038 OPS against righties. Primarily a center fielder, Causer has the defensive chops to handle anywhere in the Baltimore outfield, so combined with an advanced hit tool plus power and good speed, he is primed to make some noise for the Orioles this season. Number 4, Bryan Woo, starting pitcher, Mariners, AA Arkansas. Woo had it going on Thursday against Northwest Arkansas, tossing 7 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits with 7 strikeouts and no walks. The 23-year-old right-hander lowered his ERA to 1.93 with an .071 whip and a sparkling 27-4 strikeout-to-walk ratio in 28 innings. The Mariners have shown that they have no problem jumping pitchers from AA straight to Seattle, so Woo could be an option if any opportunity arises in the Mariners' rotation. Just a 6th-round pick out of Cal Poly in 2021, Woo cruised through 3 levels last year before pitching in the finishing school that is the Arizona Fall League. With a mid-90s fastball to go with a plus slider and a solid change, Woo has a chance to hit the ground running in Seattle, much like George Kirby and Bryce Miller have over the past year. Number 5, Ben Brown, starting pitcher, Cubs, AAA Iowa. Brown has been dominant in every single start this season, but his 10-strikeout gem on Wednesday against Toledo may have been his best. The 23-year-old right-hander allowed just 2 hits in 5 innings, although he did walk 3. In 2 starts for Iowa, Brown has a 0.84 ERA with a 17-5 strikeout-to-walk ratio in 10 2/3 innings. In 4 starts for AA Tennessee, Brown had a 0.45 ERA with a 30-6 K to BB in 20 innings. The Cubs pilfered Brown from the Phillies at the trade deadline last year for reliever David Robertson. Brown has a 96-mile-an-hour fastball to go with a filthy power curve and a plus slider, an arsenal that could see him reaching the Chicago rotation by this summer. Number 6, Gavin Williams, starting pitcher, Guardians, AAA Columbus. Williams has been lights out in every outing this season as well, culminating in a 10-strikeout showing against Louisville's explosive lineup on Wednesday. The 23-year-old right-hander gave up just 2 hits in 5 2/3 innings, with the one blemish being a solo homer to Matt McLean. Williams has posted a 1.13 ERA with a 21-7 strikeout to walk in 16 innings for Columbus, after a 0.63 ERA with a 20-3 strikeout to walk in 14 1/3 innings for AA Akron. We have Williams as the third-ranked pitching prospect behind just Yuri Perez and Grayson Rodriguez, both pitching in the majors. Williams should join them very soon, possibly in Peyton Battenfield's turn in the rotation as soon as this week. Number 7, Ryan Bliss, second base, Diamondbacks, AA Amarillo. Bliss has kept his batting average hovering around 400 all season, but last week the 23-year-old was particularly explosive by going 12 for 24 with 2 homers and 3 steals to go with a 1455 OPS. Drafted in the second round of the 2021 draft out of Auburn, the diminutive infielder, 5'6", 165 pounds, has blown up in the hitter-friendly confines in Amarillo, although he has 1,032 OPS on the road to go with his 1163 OPS at home. For the season, Bliss is batting .406 with 6 homers and 11 steals, good enough for him to move into our next weekly updated Roto Prospects Top 500 rankings. Number 8, Justin Henry Malloy, third base, Tigers, AAA Toledo. Malloy went 9 for 22 with 3 homers and a 1364 OPS on the week. The 23-year-old has flat-out raked all season for Toledo with a triple slash of .323, .455, .526 to go with 7 homers. With 30-year-old journeyman Andy Ibanez currently starting at third base in Detroit, Malloy should be getting his first taste of the majors soon. The Tigers acquired the 6'1", 212-pound Georgia Tech product from the Braves in December in the Joe Jimenez deal. Malloy's calling card is a plus hitting tool, but there are questions about how much power he can unlock, so this past week was an encouraging sign. Number 9, Eric Brown Jr., shortstop, Brewers, High A, Wisconsin. Brown Jr. started the week with an 0 for 3 on Tuesday to drop his batting average to 176, but he caught fire by going 8 for 18 with a homer and 7 steals over the next 5 days to raise his average to 228. The 22-year-old is up to a 648 OPS with 16 steals. Drafted 27th overall last year out of Coastal Carolina, Brown has a fantasy-friendly blend of tools that could see him reach his ceiling as a power-speed starting infielder for the Brewers by 2025. Number 10, Junior Severino, third base, Twins, AA Wichita. Severino had multi-hit performances in all 5 of his games last week, putting up a scorching triple slash of 500, 577, 1136 with 4 homers and a steal. The 23-year-old is partially repeating AA as he put up an 835 OPS in 37 games for Wichita last year, so he should be getting moved up to AAA soon. For the season, Severino has a 994 OPS with 10 homers and 2 steals, good enough for him to move into our next weekly updated Roto Prospects Top 500 rankings.